Hello, Gateway Youth and friends. My name is Chad Hermiller, and I'll be sharing today's devotional encouragement. Today's passage comes from the Old Testament book of Esther. I'll start off with a little background before we jump into our passage. The Jewish nation has been exiled out of their land by the Babylonians. However, the Babylonians were eventually conquered by the Persians. Under the Persian king, a remnant of the Jewish people returned back to the land whose stories can be found in the books of Ezra and Nehemiah. Those that stayed in Persia have their story recorded in the book of Esther. Now the book starts with Esther's rise to queen. Sometime later, a plot is discovered to exterminate all the Jews throughout the land of Persia, which included the land of Israel. An appeal is made to Esther to go before the king and plead with him to make a decree that the Jews are not to be killed. However, to appear before the king when he hasn't summoned the person, even the queen, could be punishable by death if the king desired. So Esther had just cause to be hesitant. We pick up the story in chapter 4, verse 13. Then Mordecai told them to reply to Esther, "Do not think to yourself that in the king's palace you will escape any more than all the other Jews. For if you keep silent at this time, relief and deliverance will rise for the Jews from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" The remarkable part about his response I want to point out is that it wasn't a question of if God was going to save the Jews, rather how God would save them, or who he was going to use. Mordecai's faith is on brilliant display. He knows that God will save the Jews. How does he know that, you may ask? He knows this because of all the prophecies and promises that God has made to the Jewish people that are yet to be fulfilled. So Esther has a choice before her. Either risk her life and plead to the king to spare the Jews, or hide in the palace and possibly die with her people. It's not an ideal situation to be in if either choice can lead to your death. However, you can probably guess what she chose and the outcome by the fact that her book is in the Bible. But how she did it is an incredible story worth reading. Christian friend, I want to remind you that God's will happen. We can be assured of that. But will you choose to be used by God? That's up to you. Thanks for checking out our video.